My name is Tyler, and you're watching MDRM. We're talking about games and shit, and I'm joined by...
Alejandro here.
Okay, sorry. And we have our first guest host, because Mateo is wishing his boy, good times in boot camp.
Boot camp.
That's always good times.
Well, you got to crack open a cold one with the boys.
That's true.
Okay. Move it a little closer.
What's your name?
I'm Kevin.
He's Kevin.
Kevin.
Get ready. Yeah. Get ready to experience Kevin Sada.
The flavor, the specific taste and intricacies that make this this beautiful boy.
I feel like if you were a food...
Alert, it's vanilla.
I feel like you would taste like garlic if you were a food.
You know what you are?
Yeah, I can see it.
You know the Rick and Morty episode where they where they have to go and fix the battery, which is
that's my favorite episode.
Of course it is.
That's a good one.
Well,
Am I Zeke?
No, you're not Zeke. I'm not trying to relate you to a character. You said you're vanilla flavored.
I'm vanilla.
So do you remember how the episode turned out at the end?
Yes.
How Summer fucked everything up?
Yes.
Because she made a peace treaty between the spiders and the human race.
Yes.
You are literally that vanilla with the mosquitoes in there.
With the bugs in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
okay.
That's
I will take that as is. No, because according to the BuzzFeed quiz, I'm Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Are you?
I did. I took the BuzzFeed
nice.
quiz. Which Rick and Morty character are you? Got Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Mr. Poopy Butthole. That's.
I was surprised by that.
It's a good character.
I feel like I don't know who do you think you would end up being? I feel like I'd end up being Jerry.
You know he's the most hated character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if I had to choose someone, I think I'd be shoot, who would I be? I don't think I'd be anyone in the main cast, honestly.
Yeah. Oh no, you're Morty.
Yeah.
How am I Morty?
Yeah. He's definitely Morty.
Yeah.
How am I a Morty?
How are you not?
I feel like Carl's the closest to Rick that we have.
You do pick on me a lot.
I was definitely thinking that you were Morty.
But why am I
Morty.
But how am I a Morty?
Let's bring it back here.
Rick. How does it work? That's the.
All right. Anyways,
Okay.
Anyway.
Wrong show.
Getting back on topic. The main topic of today's cast is going to be the last of the E3 predictions. We are getting into EA, Bethesda, and Ubisoft. But before we do that, I haven't done it in a while. We haven't done it in a while. We're just going to do it. What have we been playing, guys?
Oh,
Let's start with Kevin, since he's the guest.
Okay.
What you been playing, dog?
On the spot. Honestly, Tabletop Simulator.
Tabletop Simulator.
A lot of Tabletop
Simulator. This is actually kind of fun.
It is. It's essentially just like an empty box of a game, and people upload their own versions of the board games and stuff. So they'll scan in the boards and the pieces, and that's it. There's no structure at all. So it's up to you and the players to actually play the game properly. Mm-hmm. But there's, all the classic board games, Life, Risk, Secret Hitler.
Okay.
Which I really want to play, but it is kind of confusing because you set up your own government out of cards.
That sounds very complicated.
And actually, yesterday I was checking out. Someone uploaded the Dark Souls board game.
What?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Already.
Cool. We got to actually play the real one. I really want to play it. It was like a Kickstarter thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of our friends has it. And
really?
We were supposed to play it last weekend, but that just kind of fizzled out.
I just don't think he wanted to invest the time.
I was looking at all the pieces and stuff last night in Tabletop Simulator, and it's it looks pretty cool.
The only one that I've seen so far is the Dancer, which was a really cool
figure.
Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have any of the figures in there because you have to model them or rip them from the game.
Right.
So I ended up importing my own.
Okay.
That I just had ripped from Dark Souls.
Sweet.
Yeah, but no, I was looking at the board pieces and stuff like that, kind of trying to figure out how the game's structured. There's a 41-page manual.
There's a lot.
There's a lot to it that I didn't read.
Like even the game itself is grindy, and you have to farm souls and farm enemies, and it's complicated.
Those things going to take 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some reviews said it's a 3-hour game at least.
Oh, word! That's kind of awesome. I'm into it.
And it's you're not really playing against players. You're kind of playing against
with each other.
The bosses.
Yeah.
So you're jolly cooperating.
It's kind of like a
to real souls,
It's more. It's kind of a D&D type of thing where you do a campaign.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of like a light D&D.
Okay.
Because there's a lot more structure to it, so you don't have to
figure everything
set it
out.
up yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta get that tabletop sim. Oh,
Thompson.
what have I been playing?
Yeah.
You know what I've been playing, boy.
You've been playing Persona, right?
That Persona. Yeah, I mean, it's for a game that's going to cost, or not cost, well, technically, it costs like, 100 hours of my life. At this point, it's an investment.
What hour count are you at?
I am at 86 hours.
You shouldn't be too far off from the end, unless you're like sitting and like doing every little side thing you possibly can.
No, I mean, like, that's the thing. I realize now this is where the game wants you to like try to branch out and do other things.
Right.
Because now the Mementos contracts, Mementos is the like extra free realm you can explore and like do little side quests, fix other people's little hearts, steal their hearts and fix them in real life. Right. The game's not requiring you to like go take a part-time job to get more information about this person and this and that. So it's trying to get you to do everything now, and it's not really necessary. But from what I understand, I'm at over the halfway point, like the 2/3 point in the game. I've only got 2 of the main palaces left, and I do plan to do it an extensively full and comprehensive review of Persona 5 when we get to the ends, which should be at this point within the next week.
Cool.
Hopefully.
Very, very cool. I beat Mass Effect 2.
Did you?
I did. Yeah, it was a long time.
2?
2, yeah.
Okay. He went back.
I played Andromeda. Then I'm going and playing the original trilogy. Did you play the original trilogy?
I didn't.
Didn't? Okay.
Didn't you play one of them though? I thought you had one of them.
I downloaded one of them.
Never got to it.
Never got to it.
Burned a hole in your hard drive. Yep. Yeah. I finished out Mass Effect 2. I think I clocked in around like 40 hours. It was fun, and it was like I was just very annoyed at how easily your characters died off due to like little whim choices. It's just like you have to pick your teams for like this mission, and you pick your teams, and depending on who you pick, they die and stuff like that. And so a bunch of characters I didn't want to die just died, and it was really annoying. And so I'm gonna have to start. The reason I'm a little sour on starting Mass Effect 3 is because I'm missing those characters.
The ones that you really tried to put your time and investment into. Okay. Yeah. And what was your play time? Your playthrough hours?
40. I said it.
44. Oh, I missed that. Yeah.
Mass Effect 2. I just, and that was including the DLC and all that stuff. So it was fun. I mean, it's a really, really good game. And I mean, like I've said it a bunch of times, there's nothing I can say now that hasn't already been said about Mass Effect 2 being a fantastic fucking game. Because it's a fantastic fucking game. And if you haven't played it, you should play it. But definitely, like, it's a big trilogy, like, story-wise.
And can't you carry over your save data from one to the next? So
and that's why I'm sour.
Playing the same,
That's why I'm sour on starting 3, because those characters are going to be gone.
Oh, okay.
Because it happened in 1. One of the characters that I didn't want to die died, and then like right in the beginning of Mass Effect 2, they were like, "He died," and I was like, "Yeah, he died." Like, but I am taking a little break from Mass Effect just because I'm getting a little, after 3 games, I'm like getting a little burned out. I don't want to start Mass Effect 3 on that note.
Or like just mad and kind of escape from the events of
taking a little sidestep and playing Nier.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's really, really good. It's like I'm not gonna go full Mateo here and be like game of the year, but it's very fun. It's like the combat is tight. Story so far is weird and cool, and it's very anime.
Just don't forget, there's like 5 different endings you got to go for. And
you have to play the game, I think, 3 times to get the real ending. Yeah,
the true ending.
You play the same story, but from different characters' perspectives.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like I can't remember what movie.
And it ends and does the credits and everything. Yeah, they had to put a patch in literally to say like to continue the story, start the game over again. When they first released it, it just went back to the start menu, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's the game." Yeah.
Just dumb. From an artistic standpoint, like I can see what they were going for. Because if you're playing the same story through the perspectives of different characters, it makes sense that it's just one storyline. You don't have to experience it 3 times. But
you have to do like some of the same boss fights and stuff like that over again. And from what I understand.
Do you know what game first did that? Well, not first, but the first game I remember playing that did something like that.
What?
Sonic Adventure.
Oh man, what a game!
Yeah.
No, we don't talk about Sonic.
We don't talk about Sonic.
I try to sometimes, but no one lets me. I'm glad that you're here. At least you can say Sonic hype.
Yeah. Nothing new. Like Sonic Adventure is probably like the last time it was good.
So 1997 or something like that.
I think Adventure was like 1999.
Are you guys excited for Sonic Mania?
No.
Did you see?
I thought that was the one that everybody thinks looks really good.
No one.
Is that the one where you can customize your hedgehog?
No, it's the one that's supposed to be like a big throwback.
Didn't they do that a couple years ago?
No, they're still working on it.
I swear that Sonic Colors was like their big throwback.
No, they did
No.
Sonic Generations.
Yeah, they did.
That was a big throwback.
yeah, that was a
they're
throwback.
doing Sonic Mania, and it's supposed to be like regular platforming.
Oh, you mean the actual
it's like
2D, the 2D one?
a
Oh,
2D
yeah, that's
one.
right. That's
It's a
right. Yeah,
2D
I know.
one.
That one does
And
look good, but
It's kind of like one of those things like I think an indie developer or like a really small group were like, we really want to do a throwback Sonic game and we think we can do it really well. And then they were just like, sure, here's a little bit of seed money, and everybody's freaking out about it. But so that was, I just wanted to do a quick little run because we haven't done that one. Wanted
it's
to
been a
catch
while.
up.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with our Ubisoft predictions. We will start at that end and we'll work
This end. All right.
this way.
So I definitely think we're going to see the return of Assassin's Creed.
Okay,
They kind of took a year off.
right.
So I definitely think we're going to see them unveil some sort of new iteration
Of
Yeah,
Assassin's
series.
Creed.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be like any type of departure from the normal formula for Assassin's
Probably
Creed?
not.
I think that would be really healthy for them because I think like the big problem with Assassin's Creed now is that
Stale.
it's just like they have here's a sci-fi modern day thing, then you're going back in time playing,
No.
it's every game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. 2 is really good.
Yeah. Or like Black Flag was fun.
I didn't like Black Flag.
I like the ship parts.
The ship parts. I
that's
mean,
part of
I think
it.
that was
Yeah.
probably one of the coolest ones, theme-wise, thematically, and like mechanics-wise. But I just think the series as a whole is just too. I don't know. It's just like stale white bread now. No one cares.
I just don't know
I mean,
why.
people still buy it, though.
Oh, yeah, they do. It's like Call of Duty. You can say Call of Duty stale all you want. People keep buying it. But I don't know. I just like, I think it would be good for them to get, like, the thing is they've never really leaned into open world. It's open world, but it's pretty linear.
It's
story-wise.
congruent,
Wouldn't
like
you say
little-
so? You look
No.
little.
I always thought it was pretty open world.
I just like with,
Structurally, I think that they keep it. It looks open world, but I think I know what you're talking about.
I
It
mean,
seems
it's like
on a set
Ubisoft
path.
open world where there's like really nothing to do other than the main story, and then just collect stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
So
that's
it's like-
kind of like, I don't know. I guess like it could have been just me because I played these games a long time ago, and so I could have like when I was a kid, I was just like going through straight, wasn't really thinking about the side stuff. But I think with the popularity of The Witcher and Legend of Zelda and all that stuff, I think they could have potential to really lean into the open world thing
Like an
and
actual
just have,
full open
like,
world experience.
really big.
I feel like I don't know.
Since
I don't
they took a year off, that's the other big thing.
yeah.
So you think that they've been trying to hold back from? Well, that's the thing too. The current rumors for the Assassin's Creed series is that the new one's going to be based on Egypt.
And
That'd be
that leads me
No,
into
that'd be
my
lame.
Well, that's I'm just saying that's just the current rumors.
Bad idea.
that's my first prediction.
Was
Actually,
it?
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna just tailor it in now. We were gonna
Yeah.
do this, but since we're already talking about it, my first one is new Assassin's Creed game coming out fall 2018.
okay.
We have another full year without Assassin's Creed, and it's going to take place in Egypt.
I didn't hear anything about the Egypt thing.
The Egypt thing that's sprouted up. I mean, that's been asked for a long time, but it like the rumors really started sprouting up around when the Switch was
Came
coming
out.
out because people were thinking because they saw Ubisoft was partnering, doing stuff with Nintendo, that they were going to release the new Assassin's Creed on the Switch as like a launch title. Which I was like, you guys are fucking crazy
If you think that's going to happen right
But
away, yeah.
It was a rumored thing. And I think that's kind of where it really started sprouting up, and people are like, "Yeah, they should do Egypt."
I'm not sure as to what people got the hint off of, but like
I'd love an Egypt game. I like.
We got pirates,
Not
I mean,
necessarily.
Yeah, like an Egypt game would be cool, but like
Not necessarily Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I'd like a God of War equivalent set in Egypt. Something like where you're fighting gods and shit. I don't know. I feel like that'd be more fun.
Can I change my prediction?
Yeah. What can you change?
Well, now that we're talking about Egypt and Ubisoft,
Yeah.
Prince of Persia.
Prince.
Oh,
shit.
What was their
Yes.
last Prince of Persia game?
been a
All
while.
right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that. That'd be cool.
that would be
that'd
a cool
fun.
I think I would like to see a Prince of Persia.
And Prince of Persia's like popular enough still.
Yeah, and like
to,
I feel like
they
hack
can
and
bring it
slash
back.
stuff has been coming back lately.
A little bit.
Like
With Nier.
You just gotta like
with
shake hands with
Nier
Chris
and
Dynamics
Neo.
Yeah.
Neo.
Yeah, and just like the
Dark Souls in
popularity of
general.
Souls and stuff like that. So like, yeah,
It's just weird because like Prince of Persia had with the original 3 games on PS2 had like a very very dark sort of sense to it. And then they had like that reboot in 2009 with that new character, and just theme wise and even like
Just got really different.
it's just really really different.
It
and
got
didn't do
really
well.
different because of the movie they put out, I think.
The Disney movie, right?
Wasn't like there
It was a Disney movie.
tie-in? Was it a Disney movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Disney movie, and they were
Based
trying to
off
make it
of
a little bit
Sands of
more lighthearted. But since we got to keep this ball rolling, since we only have limited time on the camera,
that's true,
what
that's
is
true.
your first prediction?
First prediction, I think that now that we have seen what Destiny has done to the community and how the Division
God
took off
damn it,
after
I know
that.
exactly where you're going with this. I wrote the same goddamn thing. Anyway, go
Division
on.
2. I'm just-
I
I've
wrote
seen
it down and
as well.
deleted it.
Oh, you deleted it?
Yeah, because I was like, we're probably not going to see it.
Yeah, no, you're right, because they just, they did the season 2 thing.
Well, that's
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking, because like they could have done more with season 2 for the Division, but like you can tell with what they're doing for season 2 that they gave up on whatever to expand the life of it. They're just doing all season 2 is just little conveniences into the coding to help the player make builds better, grind easier, things like that. Very very little things. That's why it's free, you know. And then the community was like really mad about that, being like, so no, you're not going to give this game any more extra life, you know? It's like, no, of course not. It's an older game now, and
I think they're going to try and revamp it.
exactly, they're going to make a new one with a much more better like marketed infrastructure that's going to have better, you know, livelihood for long term play. So, I think Division 2 will be Ubisoft's next and best.
I don't think. I think I wrote it here. Yeah, I mean, I said Division 2 announced to compete with Destiny 2, but I don't think that it is going to be like they're going to be like, here's a full trailer, let's talk about it, and it's coming out this time. I think it'll be like
Little thing.
a little trailer or something like that, or there'll be like, you know, like they
teaser.
show like, you know, something from the game and it says 2 on
Like
it.
the logo.
Yeah.
I think a
Freak
teaser,
out and
yeah.
something like that. Yeah, that was my, and it's my second prediction, so we'll tailor that in. And yeah, I mean, I think that it would be a good idea of them to like fucking relax on all the Tom Clancy games and just focus on the Division. So because the Tom Clancy crowd is like really into it, and they like all they were all
Tom
into
Clancy crowd.
Yes, there is.
they're
There
into
is.
it, man.
There's-
I used to be a Tom Clancy fanboy too.
I know someone who is, and he's like really, really into it. And he was like, he got the Division Day 1. He got Ghost Recon Wildlands. I think
Rainbow
they just,
Six.
Yeah. They just need to stop on all that. I know Rainbow Six is a really popular multiplayer thing. I think that the Ghost Recon series is another one that's like people really, really like. Whatever. Stop doing it for now. Focus on the Division. Division is a really cool thing that a lot of people like, and I think a lot of people would get more into it and understand this is a really cool, different thing within the same like, Tom Clancy brand that we can all focus on and all be into, and not so spread out. But that's my feeling on it. What is your second prediction?
I actually don't remember. I had another Assassin's Creed. Oh no, I changed it. Prince of Persia.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that's your second.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was gonna be
Okay.
it. I originally wrote down South Park.
I thought
Fractured
about.
Butthole, yeah.
You think that they're actually going to say anything about Fractured Butthole here?
Yeah.
Well, it's coming out in the fall, isn't it? Don't we already have a release date for that?
They have delayed it like.
they announced it like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
they've delayed it. I think like 2 or 3 times.
I'm pretty sure it's still scheduled for release this year, though, and it's basically done from what I understand.
I was listening to something else, and it was the guy was talking about Trey Parker and Matt Stone and their feelings on Stick of Truth, and they were like, "It was awesome, great, fantastic. We're never doing another fucking game again
yeah,
because it's fucking ridiculous.
it's hard.
And now they're coming out with this, and it sounds like it was just because Ubisoft got like buku bucks off of Stick of Truth, and they were like, "Hey, here's a lot more money to do another game."
You guys
and
wanna
they were
do
like,
it?
"All right," and so I don't know. I don't think that.
I
don't-
feel like that's just their attitude about South Park in general now.
True.
They get to a
Like-
point and they're like,
Whatever.
never
okay.
again,
Yeah.
and then they're like, okay, let's just come
Like
out.
there's so much money in it. They're just like, yeah, I guess we'll just keep making it.
Yeah. And I mean, I Stick of Truth, I only played like a little bit of over someone else's
same.
house because they were just showing it to me, and it seemed really great. It seemed like an actual good game,
Yeah,
and
that was like the
really
consensus.
funny. And I'd hope that Fractured But Whole succeeds too. But yeah,
They revamped the combat system too, and
Yeah, they're making it more like tactics.
which is really really cool. I like that a lot. I like
that's
the
cool.
idea because my issue with the original is it was way too straightforward. Like, you could play the main mission, the main campaign, the storyline, which only took maybe 25, 30 hours. And, like, there was just no reason to, 1, play again, 2, revisit it, and then 3, like I said, like, the experience was linear enough. It felt like an RPG, but, like, a very straightforward one. So there
I don't
wasn't
know.
much
To
deviation.
me, that sounds attractive. That sounds like a good thing in my mind for something I would want out of it.
If you want just the
Yeah.
story, yeah. But I
for
mean,
a South Park game, I don't think I'm gonna want to spend 100 hours fucking
Oh, that's
like
true.
Yeah,
hearing
no,
dick and fart
like-
jokes and hearing Cartman scream about shit. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like the gameplay was solid enough to carry it to be a good game, and then if you like South Park, then that
jokes
was
are there, yeah.
yeah, like the humor and all that stuff was there, but it was just like really basic, simplified RPG combat,
Right.
yeah.
which I like. Like I'd rather have that than like micromanaging
Super,
a
super
trillion
deep kind of
different
inner,
things,
Especially
Yeah.
for something like that. I think it was a like Stick of Truth was in a really sweet spot of like appealing to a lot of different people.
Yeah,
I think it did too.
And I
feel
think
fine.
that they could do it again. This game has just had, I think, a bit of a tortured development. So, did you have another?
Oh yeah. Just to throw it off real quick. Ubisoft, like you said, you want them to step away from Tom Clancy series. I think they're gonna keep going in and on. I think they're gonna come out with maybe I want to say something else in the Rainbow Six lineage. I don't think a sequel to Siege. You know, despite the overwhelming popularity that's gotten so far in the past like year, you know, that game came back from the dead pretty hard. But I think we will see something else within that same linear timeline. No Ghost Recon. I see a Rainbow Six game. You know, another tactical title.
What's that? Is Ubisoft the one doing that like open world camping zombie game with motorcycles?
I don't know anything about
I don't know anything about that either.
They showed it a couple of years ago. I can't remember the name of it. It just like is a dude riding a motorcycle on a hill, and he goes to like this abandoned warehouse industrial area, and then there's just like a million zombies, and he's running away on the motorcycle and shooting them.
And that's it.
I don't know. That sounds sure. Why not?
I mean,
Ubisoft does everything. They just fucking shit everything out. I don't know.
yeah, I couldn't remember if that was them or not.
Anyway, let's move on to the next one. So
The
we
next
can keep this
slated-
ball rolling. Bethesda. What is your first prediction, Mr. Sata?
Easy one. Quake Champions.
Quake Champions.
Quake Champions. Yeah, you forget about that?
I forgot about Quake.
I did too until I looked up what games Bethesda makes and scrolled through the trillion Elder Scrolls and Fallout games.
Yeah, of course.
Naturally
And,
speaking, of course.
Yeah, I was like Quake Champions. I was like, oh yeah. And then I had to look up to see if that came out.
Bethesda is a part of a lot of really cool stuff, like different stuff, but they're just only really known for those two IPs.
Yeah, well, they it's mainly because they publish a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah, well,
it is
that's-
the ones actually developing it, but
Oh, it is?
yeah, it's software.
Ooh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it was id with Doom.
Yep.
And Bethesda published it, and
Yep.
it's the same with. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't say Bethesda develops a lot of different things.
They publish a lot of things. They're a publisher. That's what they are.
They published the Dishonored games. Arcane was the studio. I'm trying to remember. Prey just came
Yeah.
out. I think that's also Arcane.
Bethesda's one of those
I can't
companies that
remember.
people just for some reason think is a developer. I don't know why. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, it's just because their names on the box of so
Are
many
so over-
games
yeah.
and like really the most popular ones.
Right. Oh, man, it's such a shame that people forget that. I can't remember if it. Yeah, I'm part of this crowd now. Either Fallout 3 or New Vegas is developed by Obsidian.
Yep.
And Obsidian is a fucking awesome developer.
Yeah, 'cause
they're so
they're the-
good.
They're the ones that did Oblivion, New Vegas, and 3, right?
I think they did
Or
both.
was that the ZeniMax?
I think ZeniMax was
ZeniMaX
three.
was 3.
Yeah,
ZeniMax was 3. Yeah, and it was Obsidian on New Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quake Champions.
I'd be so into that.
It still has a release date slated for this year. So hopefully, not even hopefully, because I don't really care too much about it, but it'd be nice.
Yeah, I'd play it.
Yeah, I would give it a shot.
Get into Quake.
I never
It's
played
supposed
Quake,
to be
but
like a Overwatch, whatever, champion
I mean,
heroes game.
a
Quake
MOBA.
came much before Overwatch
and all
did.
that stuff.
But,
Well, yeah, but they're trying to make it like a
Like
champion based
right. I got you.
thing.
I got you.
That'd be cool.
So, what's your first prediction?
First prediction for E3 2017 Bethesda is I think I'm gonna go for the more safer one. We saw last year a announcement for a sequel to Wolfenstein. You know,
Okay.
right now, and
Isn't that
the new
wouldn't it be the
Colossus
third
installment?
sequel?
No.
'Cause they did
New Order.
New Order, Old Blood.
I thought those were
Oh.
the same game.
I think Old
I think
Blood
Old Blood is Old Blood a sequel?
Yeah, Google it real quick. I don't want to be
I'm
wrong
gonna
on
look it up.
something.
Keep talking.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was a full game. I thought
But-
it was just an expansion or something.
yeah. We had they did the announcement last year, and I think that obviously you know
Yeah.
we know that there's 2 confirmed things for Bethesda this year
Mm-hmm.
at 2017 E3. So I think that being hinted at last year is almost a guarantee for this year. Almost like Quake, you know. I think that one's also
Yeah.
almost guaranteed, but.
Okay,
Obviously.
yeah, it's kind of like how we've talked about Uncharted Lost Legacy is like
no idea what
it's
that is.
it's a DLC, but it's a standalone game.
So it's like Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Yes.
Sure, yes,
Yeah, precisely that.
It's
yeah.
that.
Okay.
It's Old Blood is like kind of a sequel standalone thing, but it's still it runs
Within
in the
the
same
realm of the-
engine.
mhm.
It's the
Okay,
same
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
as New Order.
New Order, yeah.
New
But
Order is so good.
It is
it's a fun game.
It's
yeah.
disgustingly.
It's one of the shooters I actually really like.
It was the first game I played on the PS4.
Oh, was it?
It was like a perfect introduction for me into the
Like
PS4.
the strength of the console, the mechanics, and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. It was
Beautiful.
great, and I would love to see another one. That got me stoked.
Yeah, like I said,
they
I think
did it well.
I think
Yeah.
it's almost guaranteed for this year. You know, I
Isn't
think
Wolfenstein also developed by id?
I don't remember. I can't remember the box art. Like I can't remember who's on
Yes.
the box.
Because I remember
'Cause
they
they
did,
made-
like, all of that stuff. They made Doom. They made
Doom,
Wolfenstein.
Quake.
Oh,
that-
true.
Developers actually Machine Games.
Machine Games. I've never heard of them.
Oh, it did Duke Nukem too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Original.
All the old
OG.
shooters and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Developers Machine Games on New Order, but they ran it in id Tech for the engine.
id Tech. Okay.
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 So
Yeah.
anyway, my first prediction for E3 Bethesda is going to be more like an actual display and showcase of Fallout 4 VR.
Okay. Okay.
Did you hear about this?
No.
Yeah,
hear
they're,
about
they're,
this?
they're
No?
putting Fallout 4 in VR.
Okay.
Only I think on the Oculus, not in PSVR,
Which is so stupid.
dumb. They just made that awesome.
Not even the Vive.
I don't think it's gonna. It might be on Vive, but I'm pretty certain it's not gonna be on PlayStation, which sucks.
Stupid.
Bethesda just really does not want to give Sony anything. And I mean, it's fine. Sony has a million studios that don't want to give Microsoft anything.
True.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. Like, the PlayStation VR is a lot more accessible to a lot
That's
of
the
people.
thing.
Is
That's
the
what
Oculus even
sucks.
out?
I mean, yeah. I think
It's-
the Oculus has been released.
It's
and-
out, but it's not like there's something weird with the connection to Xbox, and I don't know.
Okay.
I know that they have plans to like integrate them, but yeah, I don't know, and it's very frustrating because I really didn't like Fallout 4 that much when it came out, and if it was on VR, I'd play it because I have my VR and I'm
Yeah.
kind of hungry for AAA games on
the
it.
VR. The dumbest thing about that too is that PlayStation VR works pretty freaking well.
It's
Like,
it's the easiest to
Yeah.
set up. It's the cheapest, and like Sony just keeps up with it the best.
yeah,
And
they've been trying to support it and they've been doing a good job.
it doesn't have the highest resolution. That's the
No.
one thing, but it's also the most comfortable. I've tried them all. They're all.
I've
really
only
whack.
tried the PlayStation VR and the Vive, and the Vive was only at a demo. The PlayStation VR I've like played extensively, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And they just came out with that awesome aim controller, the gun controller
that's
for
right,
the
that's right,
PSVR. That would be so cool.
I want to see you. I wanna
That
see
would
you
be
play
cool.
I want to see you.
You want to see? You want to play it?
I want to. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Maybe later. We'll see.
We'll do that later. I know Vern wants to try it out, but yeah, I think they're going to show more of it. It's going to annoy me because it's not going to be on PlayStation, but they are going to show more of it.
I feel like they do that more at Microsoft's press conference,
Maybe, but
but I wouldn't be
Todd,
surprised.
it might have been Todd Howard or someone from Bethesda came out and was like Fallout 4 in VR is a big deal, and like they just said it, and so I'm thinking it's going to end up being on Bethesda's stage.
Yeah.
And Bethesda always likes to do big things on their E3 stage.
They do.
So, what's your next?
Next thing. All right. Big things.
Okay,
Elder Scrolls 6.
I have the same
you
thing.
think they're really going to come? You both
I have
think
the same
Well,
thing.
they're
okay.
coming out with a
So-
brand new Elder Scrolls?
I don't think-
Skyrim came out 6 years ago,
Holy fuck, you're right.
2011.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay, maybe you are right. Never mind. For some reason, I feel like it's soon. I don't know why.
No, it's.
I think it's because we just got the remaster. That's why
they remastered it. They've ported it to everything. Yeah, I think we're maybe gonna see an Elder Scrolls 6. They just did the Morrowind expansion for Elder Scrolls Online, but
it is a good time. I mean, I would say if anything, it's just,
I'm not looking forward to it.
You don't want it.
Again, what they did with Fallout 4, I loved the Fallout series, but 4, I liked it, but it wasn't a Fallout game.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to do the same thing, like just strip away more features, streamline it.
Make it more of like a game, not so much
like and they did it with Skyrim too. Like
versus
Oblivion and Morrowind. Like Morrowind's an RPG.
Oblivion is insane. I went like when we watched the speed run. I like realized how many mechanics are in
Morrowind
that game.
is fucking weird. It's so hard.
Huge.
I like it.
It's disgusting.
It's a good one.
Yeah, and then like Oblivion, I think was like that healthy middle ground between like RPG or RPG elements or whatever, and then still keeping it like accessible to people that haven't been PC gaming since they were 5.
Yeah,
but
and then
and then Skyrim's just
vanilla.
I still really liked Skyrim. I think Skyrim was a fun game.
I get so bored of it so easily.
I see. That's the opposite thing. I got really bored with Oblivion.
Okay.
I played Oblivion like a decent amount, and I beat it, and then I was just like, all right, I'm done. With Skyrim, I've done like multiple playthroughs, and I'm fine with it. But that's it's just what it is.
Yeah.
What it is.
I mean, I don't have anything else about Elder Scrolls 6. I just think we're gonna see something.
Yeah, that's my second one. Elder Scrolls, but like I don't think. See, the thing is, they've said like we're nowhere near ready for another Elder Scrolls game because they want to do something really big technologically, which is fine and cool, and I'm sure I'll be happy they did it when it comes out. But I would not put it past them since, again, they love bravado on their E3 stage. I wouldn't put it past them to do the PSX thing as they did with Last of Us Part 2. Like, basically, someone just comes out and they're like, hey, we're not even close to putting this out. Don't get too crazy, but we have something really awesome to show you. And they just show like a teaser and it just ends. Again, it's another one of those things where it's very clearly like a medieval fantasy world where it just ends with like a 6 or something like that.
Much like what they did with, Skyrim.
Yeah, and I'd be down with that. You know what I mean? I if I can just see a little glimpse of like, we're working on it, I'd be like, okay, cool.
And make it happy. It'd be nice,
happy.
little
tingly feeling.
Down your scrotor.
Ew. Scrotor, Throbnog. Anyway,
it sounds like a really old build your own adventure character.
Wait, was that your first one?
That was my second. My first one was Quake.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
what's your second one?
Second one, much in theme with how Outlast 2 came out to some good stuff.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 7 came out to good stuff.
Okay.
Let's get Evil Within 2 in here,
Oh, yeah.
Let's get Evil Within 2.
Evil Within 2. I want that game.
Like,
Evil Within is so good.
The first one sold okay.
You don't like it?
I do not like it.
Oh, man.
I think it was a great game. It just wasn't scary, is my issue with it, and that there's no point in going back and playing it again. I enjoyed my first playthrough. I enjoyed the whole 20-ish hours or whatever I put into it. It was a fun ride, and like, it's gruesome, I just think the game wasn't pretty enough to keep me. I loved the 16:9 aspect ratio. Like, I loved the way that it was presented.
What platform did you play it on?
PS4.
Okay. I was just about to say, like, I played it a little bit on the 360 first.
Oh, did you? Okay.
And
then you went over.
I played it on the PS4. And I was like, holy shit.
I'm assuming the two are very, very different as far as the graphical capabilities. It's just,
I didn't even know it came out on 360.
It did.
I didn't know that either.
Let me make sure.
No, I think
you're
you're
right. I think you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you played
it came out in that
console.
weird period where they weren't ready to fully embrace next gen.
Yeah.
And I think that's why like it hurt a little bit graphically. It could have looked better, and the story was a little underwhelming too. The way it tried to go into something deeper.
I personally felt like, I'm not the hugest
on story
Resident Evil 4 guy, but I think it is the game that has most closely taken up that mantle.
Of the game that can perfect the style of over-shoulder controls.
Yes.
Which it does well. It does very well.
I think it's like how everybody wanted Resident Evil 5 to be like this like amazing follow-up to 4. I think that Evil Within is a better follow-up to
4
Resident Evil 4.
I think Evil Within's a better game than 5. I think there's much more mechanically, and
I think Evil Within's a better game than Resident Evil 7. I'll be honest.
Then 7, I think it's deeper because there's just more to it. 7's pretty very very straightforward. 7 just feels
I
like
didn't
a.
beat 7, so
Oh yeah.
Did you play it with the VR though?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
And you still think Evil Within's better?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. The VR experience made me nauseous.
I think 7's just.
I mean, every VR experience makes me nauseous.
Yeah,
but
it was still awesome and
I really
terrifying.
liked it with the VR. I thought that was like really cool.
No, it was. No, I agree with that. And I think that, but like, my problem is that it's not just a VR game. It's like also you can play it not VR.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would I, why am I getting exhausted playing this game? And I don't know. But I like Resident Evil 7. I'm not talking
I just
shit.
think like any survival horror, you're meant to get exhausted at some point.
That's true.
Like Dead Space, like when the original Dead Space came out, I could only play it for like 2 hours before I was like, I need to take a break, And right, that's what I want. I want a new Dead Space. All right, that's all I want. A good one, like a throwback to the original, not a 2 or 3. So but that's for another year. That's for another time.
For another time. You know what I really want? I really want, now that I'm on this like super mega Alien high, I want an Alien VR game. I think that would be fucking terrifying.
That would be cool.
Or Isolation in VR.
There's a really terrible game
Uh-huh.
on, I think it's Steam, Ghost Ship Aftermath.
Okay.
It's kind of like it wants to be Alien
Yeah.
and has VR support, but it's really bad.
Well, I don't want to play that then.
But
You can try it. You can look into it.
Anyway. Now we have
final one.
our final developer conference that we're going to predict. EA. This is like they really picked Ubisoft, Bethesda, and EA. The two most shit on developers or publishers or whatever.
That's the problem with this. That we're just like we have these lackluster candidates compared to the Sony predictions, Xbox predictions. Now we got these.
See, these I feel like these ones are just so easy. I feel like
I think they're easy. They're giveaways and they're cheap. They
Yeah.
feel cheap, and that's what it is, man.
see, like if we were predicting Square, I would have no fucking clue. I would because I'd be like maybe Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3, and what's that other game? That other game they make that like no one really talks about, but it's a Square game.
Dragon Quest? No.
No.
I mean, not Dragon Quest, Dragon Age. No, yeah.
that's not-
Yeah, you
no,
were right
Dragon
the first
Quest. I was
time.
right.
Yeah,
Fuck.
you're right. You're right.
It's a Square Enix game, but it's not like Japanese or Weeaboo at all.
Tomb Raider?
Oh, Hitman.
Hitman. Oh, I
that's
forgot about
right.
that. Yeah.
I don't know. There's a couple easy picks, but I don't really. Anyway,
Nah.
we're not predicting Square. What's your first one?
Battlefront 2.
What about
that's-
Battlefront 2?
It's already
Just-
confirmed. It's already coming out.
Yeah, it's confirmed. It's coming out. Just maybe a more in-depth look. Hopefully,
lots
a
of
look at new features. Because honestly, what else are they gonna do other than just add in? Did they have Force Awakens characters in the remake?
No. They,
Okay, so-
they. Carl, there was no Force Awakens characters in Battlefront 1, right?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
I know
so-
there was. You could play the battle on Jakku. That was the only Force Awakens related thing that they had on there.
So we'll see.
More integration on the newest generation.
Yeah, you'll be able to play as Rey.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What's his face?
They got Darth
Finn.
Maul in there. What is
Yo, Darth Maul. Yo.
Cool.
I don't care what
I
anyone
was
says.
actually playing the original Battlefront 2 yesterday.
It's so good. I
It
have
is.
it, dude.
And I've never played it on PC.
Oh, yeah?
Was there always a first-person mode?
No,
Okay.
that was an added-in thing for the PC.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm more of a third-person guy in Battlefront. I tried the first person; it's not my thing. But, my first prediction is also related to Battlefront 2, but I think it's a little bit more specific. I think, I know you can call me crazy. I think that they're going to announce full VR integration into Battlefront 2.
You think so?
I do. I think
Okay.
that
The full thing, the full ride.
Battlefront 1 had that like kind of demo. Basically, it was
It
just
had a
like
VR demo?
yeah,
Okay.
it was Battlefront. It was you in the cockpit of a ship and you do a space battle, and that's it.
Okay.
And it's cool. It's awesome, and it's like very like I don't know. It's very awing when you're in it.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of like they're like, yeah, we really like VR. We really like this technology, and we want to integrate it into this series. I think that they could end up doing a full VR, like you can play the multiplayer with someone
Yeah.
not playing it in VR.
I could see that. That's what I would put my money on,
Mhm.
honestly. Just because like no one's going to expect it.
Yeah.
Really. So everyone will be like, "Oh my god, Star Wars in VR." And have you played Eve Valkyrie online?
I haven't yet. No.
Okay.
cool?
It's okay. Again, I get really bad motion sickness just sitting. So I can only play VR for like 10, 15 minutes at a time, and then I get a headache afterwards. Yeah. But it was cool flying around in space, and it's a multiplayer game. So I wouldn't be surprised if they like did something like that.
Yeah,
flying around in space, like doing all that stuff in first person with the VR headset, looking around.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Or like even if they don't do it with like as I was saying, like someone playing it not with VR, I think they could get a little hectic. They could have just like one multiplayer room of people playing it in VR because it'll be a little different experience. And I would fucking play the shit out of it because
it'd be cool. It'd be like living a real life experience.
The first Battlefront is like great. It's a great game, no content. It's like it's the
remake.
No, the EA one, not the original.
Ones. Yeah.
There's just nothing there. It's just it's beautiful, sounds and feels like Star Wars. But it's empty. Yeah. I'm hoping that they're just going to pack this one with. I mean, we already have a single player campaign in there. We have it across all generations in the multiplayer. I'm thinking that they're just going to throw this bad boy out there and be like, "We're in VR, baby."
I could see VR, but I wouldn't get your hopes up for anything else. It's EA.
Yeah, true. Or it's like a paid for add-on.
Yeah, they'll sell it to you later.
It's on the disc and everything. But
they'll DLC it.
What's your first one?
For EA? Oh, man. Plants vs. Zombies. Armageddon. I don't know. I just think they're going to come out with another. I honestly think they're going to come out with another Plants vs. Zombies just because 1 and 2 are still doing okay somehow. I don't know.
They're great games.
They're fun.
So much fun.
I bought it like 2 weeks ago on Steam sale. Yeah, 99 cents.
Yeah.
What?
Plants vs. Zombies is sick, dude.
And after you broke my computer, I couldn't play anything. So I was like, what can I download on my laptop?
Plants vs. Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombies. Nice one, Andrew.
I broke his computer. I'm sorry.
It's one of the best like castle defense type of games that you can possibly get.
I just think no, I meant like the 3D one. The new one.
Garden Warfare.
Yeah. That's what I meant by Armageddon. I meant a new of those ones, just because 2 is still doing fun. I mean, the originals, the bottle cap ones, whatever they're called,
PopCap.
That's what it is. They're great games. They are. They're wonderful games. But I think we're gonna get another 3D iteration, another year.
My bad.
It's gonna be like the kid of the Call of Duties again. You know,
right,
kind of thing. It's my first.
So Carl, just walk across. Just go.
Did he?
Anyway, so my other prediction, you guys can do your next 2 by yourselves. But I think that the 2 words mass and effect will not even remotely be uttered on this stage. I think
if they did, there'd be booze and tomatoes.
I'm getting
maybe like apologizing. I could see that.
Hey, I loved Andromeda. I thought it was so much fun, but I get these emails from EA like all the time, like, you know, the Archon Cave added to the Apex missions and stuff like that. And like, okay, cool. And it's like whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. It's the multiplayer. Like while people like me and people like Carl over there, Carl liked Mass Effect a lot.
He did. He enjoyed Andromeda. Yeah, he had fun.
I would definitely want them to be like, hey, we have a DLC planned, and it's going what the great thing about the Mass Effect 2 DLC that I realized is like both of them are like really heavy teasers for 3 and like really help set up that story. If they could come out with something and be like this is going to set up the story for the next game, but there's all this mess with the BioWare Montreal. Have you heard about this?
I have not.
They closed down one of the partnered studios that was part of...
I did hear about that.
BioWare Montreal, who was in charge of Mass Effect, they like either shut down or they're just moving on to smaller projects.
Like basically, they were like, we're not doing this flop again.
They just said like Mass Effect is currently in hiatus, which is fine, and I think it's good for them after Andromeda didn't do well to probably take a step back and like kind of
rethink
like they're not gonna not put out another Mass Effect game. I don't think. I think they will some point.
They just want the appropriate studio to handle it.
I really wouldn't be surprised if we never saw another one again.
Really?
Yeah.
You think they're just gonna end like that?
Wasn't 3 like the end of that series?
The end of the original trilogy, I guess you can say. So.
Well, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 are like 3 of the highest rated games like of all time.
Yeah.
And they made like so much money off of those games. It's disgusting. And and they had 5 years and a giant budget, and they came out with Andromeda. And like, while I really like Andromeda, I still think 5 years and a giant budget does not like.
It didn't live up to that sort of reputation.
Yeah. Well, it's like it kind of reminds me of like the fourth Pirates movie.
It's better than the fourth Pirates movie, but
like they
That's a
just
good way to put it.
tried and no one really cared, and it flopped.
And now
And they're just kind of like.
But now we got another Pirates
I mean,
movie.
you're not wrong, but I definitely really liked Andromeda. I think it's a good game, and I think it's not as bad as people give it shit for.
I think the problem is like you said, it just didn't live to the overwhelming hype of.
Was there hype though?
There's tons of hype. What are you talking about?
I don't remember seeing too much hype. It kind of just like came out.
Well, don't you like not?
They marketed it like shit, dude. It was bad. They did not
I can
say
see that.
anything about it. They put out some weird art book on Amazon, and they put out like a couple little tiny trailers here and there,
Yeah.
and then the game just kind of dropped. And everyone's
Because I
like,
remember
oh, okay.
when 3 came out, it was like everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
And everyone was just like Mass Effect 3, and then the ending, and then people like freaked out. But that at least means people 1 bought it and 2 cared.
Yeah, I think that the big thing there was that they were banking on, we don't need to spend money on marketing for this game because the Mass Effect fans who are ravenous
Yeah.
are going to want to play this. And we don't need to tell them when the release date is. They know.
That's true.
And then it came out. It didn't do that great. And
No.
here we are. And I think they just should have marketed it better.
But don't forget that Mass Effect 3. That she had a
Had
a front butt.
Front butt.
front butt. Yeah.
I'm lost. But what is your final EA
right.
prediction?
Going out of the box.
Okay.
I like
Little
this
weird.
already.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. More sports games.
God dang it! You bamboozled me.
Got you.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna
no,
pull some weird shit out of the hat.
honestly, I looked up like what games EA makes,
Uh-huh.
and Mirror's Edge Catalyst came out like what, late 2016, something like
Yeah,
that.
flop
Recent
hard as
enough.
Yeah,
fuck.
no one cares. The
It's
series
bad.
dead.
I mean,
Battlefront
Mirror's Edge Catalyst is good, though.
already said they did a bunch of stuff.
yeah,
There were a ton of mobile games,
right.
which I could care less about.
Like
Yeah,
no one.
no.
Yeah.
And then there were just sports games. So they're gonna
Do another sports game.
they're gonna do more sports games.
Yeah.
They make some money. I mean, why would
I
they ever
guess.
stop?
I feel like we should have done this one first, as in like the prediction for EA, just because like this is all pooey butthole stuff.
Yeah,
Honestly,
and like,
Pooey butthole stuff.
when was the last time EA released a new IP?
it's been a while.
Yeah.
a long
it's-
time. I could see them coming out with, the only other thing I could see them doing is possibly announcing another Dragon Age, but I don't think they're going to do it.
Yeah,
That's
I was thinking about
true.
that too, because the last one that came out was Inquisition, right?
Yeah. It was a
And
while
again,
ago.
it was like it came out in that awkward time period between 360, PS3,
3
and
years ago?
PS4. And
It's been a
Xbox
while.
One.
No, 4 I think now, right?
No, it hasn't been that long. It was like 2014.
Was it? Okay.
Probably.
I'll look it up. But I could conceively see them coming out with
Yeah, another
Dragon
one
Age
and
game.
making it like actual next gen or
Like a
current
full-
gen or whatever.
Full fledged.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing. It could be the same thing with the new Middle Earth game, the Shadow of War. See,
Oh, yeah.
Shadow of Mordor came out like right in that weird spot
Gap.
between
Yeah.
generations, and it had some technical issues on the PS4. I thought because of its limitations. And so I'm hoping Shadow of War just
that's
really
EA?
leans into it. Is it? I don't think it is.
No, I don't think Shadow War is.
Yeah, November 18th, 2014.
2014.
was
Okay.
So 3 years. That would be a better idea. I think that'd be a good one to come out for EA. It's something like
Monolith
fresh and new.
was-
Monolith Entertainment.
Monolith was Shadow of Mordor.
I can't remember what else they made.
And publishers was Warner Brothers.
Okay.
So
Which I think I'm going to write off of that instead of saying my prediction literally, and it sucks that this is like the most underplanned one. It just literally says Battlefield something. I don't know.
I don't think
They're not going to. They're not
dude,
going to.
Battlefield 1 was such a success for them, like such a win after like such a terrible
Horrendous loss for. I mean, 3 did fine, but then 4 flopped super hard.
Yeah. And
Remember
well, I mean,
Hardline?
Ooh. Oh, we didn't even go there.
That could have been so cool.
Cops and robbers. Come on, that's the theme.
I mean, like, they have a mode in GTA or something like that, don't they?
yeah, but like that's GTA. It's a mode, not a whole game. You know.
Yeah, like,
People-
so fledging it out and then making a full game and charging $30 for it would be great, but no.
They went $60 and they went they went Visceral Entertainment, which isn't necessarily the best studio for an idea like that. That's the Dead Space studio.
That's a Dead Space studio?
Visceral.
I thought they also made Spec Ops.
I'm just gonna do this right now. He's got a computer. I do not.
Spec Ops: The Line. I heard that game is really good.
It is.
Really
the
good.
the line is
haven't
very
played
good.
it.
I haven't either, but I know like the general thing about it. There's
Yeah.
like a twist.
There's a very
like a really
big-
good twist. It's like very
twist.
philosophical and shit.
It is.
Yeah, it gets deep. And
The game plays really well
sad.
though, because like I love over the shoulder shooters. You know, other than Gears, I don't like Gears.
I like Gears.
That's
That's just
what-
fun.
That's what I like about Spec Ops. It just had a really good cover system. Felt nice, and that's why I played Division. You know, we don't get enough love. The third-person shooters. We don't get enough love.
I'm playing Mass Effect right now, and it's like one of the top-rated games of all time. It's a third-person shooter.
You can eat my my shorts.
We
Tyler.
were also talking about the original Battlefield a little bit, and it's also third person over the shoulder.
That's true.
The original Battlefield.
Well, Battlefront.
I was gonna say like what?
Yeah. I heard the same thing when you said it. So
Yeah, thank you.
Not the new one. Not the new one. Well, there's a mode. There's a mode though. But I was just trying to
Battlefield.
speak for a.
I feel you.
Thank you.
What was I gonna say? I had something to piggyback off you.
Battlefield 1 is what we were just kind of
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. That's where I was going back to. Battlefield 1 was like such a win for them that I think I'm sure they've already. I don't know, but I feel like they've already talked about DLC and like put something out.
They probably already have. It's just like all DLC just goes right over our heads now.
Do you think? I mean, they could probably announce some like definitive edition Battlefield 1.
Well, I feel like they'll come out with another one because it's kind of like a yearly
Battlefield 2.
installment.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do that just because like 1 was such a win.
I think they can still they like people are still talking about it. People are still really into it. I think they
Yeah.
can still kind of ride those coattails for a while.
Yeah, and they'll keep it. And then, like you said, they'll probably have another big like DLC map plan or something, some new modes, something to extend the PC life of it.
Yeah.
And then next year we'll probably get like a new game or a new announcement and all that stuff.
Because like now I'm just trying to think of what they could do.
With
It's like they went back in time.
they're just gonna go back out, man. They're gonna
Just
do
go back up?
World War One, World War Two. They're gonna go to Vietnam War at some point. We're gonna get Vietnam War. I'm hoping. I'd like that.
I'd like to see a game that predicts World War III.
That'd be cool. You know,
Like, is
we're
that
just gonna
right
go.
now?
Isn't that like
I would say-
every modern warfare?
No, because those aren't realistic.
And they're not world wars. They're just conflicts.
Yeah, I want it to be like
Like all the fuck out. Like we're taking the same
Modern
vibe.
Warfare 3. I remember the ending was like the last mission is called World War 3.
Because the
you
guy-
play World War 3.
You don't play World War Three.
Yes,
right?
you do. I remember,
guy-
like,
Yeah, but
the
now we're
streets
actually gonna live
burning, and
it.
I'm running through killing people. It's like this is World War 3, and like it was.
yeah,
World
but
War
now we're
III.
actually living it.
Yeah.
Are we living it?
We're about to.
Now we're getting real political. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's talk about video games. But
ya?
anyway,
Video is politics, sir.
is it? Yes. You guys aren't seeing it in his eyes. It's very seductive. I'm getting half chub right now. But yeah, so those are our E3 predictions. They were
Yeah.
very predictable.
I feel kind of like disgusting right now. Honestly,
Why?
I just feel gross.
Shower.
No, not because I didn't shower. I feel gross because like
Didn't shower and he
This
slept
just-
for like 4 hours.
no. This whole I don't know. Like Xbox is fun, PS4 is fun. You throw EA my way, and I just feel like I don't know. I feel
I mean,
a little gross.
EA has put out some good games.
They've published some good games. It's just I just wish we had another press conference that would be like fun and spicy. I wish Square would do a press conference. You know,
Talk about Nintendo.
we already did.
We're,
Oh, you did that already?
yeah, we did.
Oh.
Man, they're gonna do something spicy.
They do.
Yeah.
They do their spice.
They,
They do
or
their-
like they
and they're not
need
so nice.
to do something spicy. Like if they don't, then it's gonna be a like major flop for them. But thank you all for watching this. If you have any ideas of what you think E3 is gonna look like for any of these developers, or have any thoughts on our predictions, then let us know. Let us know in the comments. Thank you, Mr. Sada,
Yes.
For coming
for
in.
joining
Welcome.
us.
This was a lot of fun, actually.
You want to do this again sometime?
I would like to.
We're gonna have you on again
But
sometime.
talk about something more fun. not
Yeah,
just-
something a little less depressing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
All right. I, of course, am Tyler Dill _ on Twitter. He is.
Mogan Kai _
What's your Twitter?
I'm not putting out my Twitter.
Not
You
putting
gotta
out
put
his
your
Twitter.
Twitter. Come
He's not
on.
putting out his Twitter. It's okay. He doesn't have to do that. You can find us on Modern Day Ren Men on Instagram and Twitter. You can find Modern Day Renaissance Men on Facebook. If you want to go to a blank site, you can find moderndayrenaissancemen.com. It's still under construction.
It's up there. I mean,
It's there.
You keep
it's
saying
there,
that. It's
but
there.
It's
It's
just it's
just,
still under construction. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day.